What is going on, everyone in the Primal community? This is Mardo, and here we have a one of the top four finalists of the Crystal Cup Plasma online Discord event. Um, can you show us what you were playing at the event and why you decided to play this deck for the event?
Yeah. I play dragons, but not like a milled setup. I play the pure beat 'em up dragons. I've pretty much wanted to play beat 'em up dragons since set one, but this is probably the now that we have the most support for them, this is the best version that I could build currently with it, where it's just dragons and they're fighting. Like I don't really want to do the mill thing, but I can run through the deck. Um, Staple stuff. For the characters, I played Double Zala, played Triple Richie, Triple Baby Hatch.
And that's one of the new cards that came out, right? The Hatchling.
Yeah, the Hatchling just came out, and I played Triple Nautilus. And then I played a single Zala, Enraged. I played three Sophie, three Hoshikos, two Hoshiko Shadows, two Sophie Merchants, two Ryus, oop, two Balthazars, two Raikiris, and two Astrophanes. And that's
No,
all my characters in
now
deck.
I'm noticing your character lineup that you have the Nautilus. Is there a reason why you're playing Nautilus?
I thought effectively he was better for the deck overall because I'm not milling. Sasaki is just a based 3-0 in my deck. I wasn't playing his dragon, so the ability for him to mill and get his power boost, it didn't exist. And a lot of the format is playing the Nautilus because he's probably one of the best cards. Probably one of the highest used cards in the set for most of the decks that play water or plasma. So it was just better to go with the beat stick. There was no neg to him. He's still a target off of Richie, so you still can get into your power. So effectively, because of the Richie, you got your six chances to play him as your opening thing. And most decks right now do not have a 4-0. So if you're not playing, if you miss the Nautilus and I hit the Nautilus, I kind of got a little bit more of an advantage as to the pressure that you can apply early on in the game.
Gotcha.
All right, so for strategies, I played three collateral damage, three dragon promise, three overseers, and double waiting for a friend.
How do you feel about the waiting for a friend? Like, how did that play out for you? Did it help you?
I actually love this card. It's really like because of the colors that you play in this deck, you have the ability to resolve both the effects pretty consistently. And so drawing two, charging two, putting back three in a deck that constantly cycles cards, it was pretty good. In the long run, I think I never really resolved two of them. I put two in just so I would see it, but I really think I could have got away with just playing the one and then probably flexing this spot for something else main board. But and all, it didn't hurt because it's still on color, so you get to pay with other things for it. So it still worked out. It's just I could have probably did something else. And then for abilities, I played naval slash, pretty standard, triple dragon breath, double hydro fist, and one Dragon Cannon.
So how did the Dragon Cannon pay it out for you, seeing that you're only playing one copy of it?
It's good. Most of the time, you're going to get my deck plays three different users for it, so you get good plays with it. Raikiri stole at least one game with it for me, so it worked out as just a one. It's not really a card that you really have to like because you only play the one. It's like if you don't get it, it's all right. If you get it, then it usually max values for you.
Now,
So
now, would you consider in the future playing three copies of it, or maybe not playing it, or what's up?
I would probably play the one. I could see it really being a split going 2-2 with the Hydro Fist if that is, if you're basing your gameplay around um, hitting your Balthazar, hitting Raikiri, and that being your thing that you really want to play these guys. I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't think I would play three because it really is niche with the users being only six drop guys. So it's like by the time you actually get to it, you'll probably end up burning through most of them just trying to get to the late game anyways. So
Now,
I don't know if I would play three, but I could see someone playing two and it not hurting.
now, with the loss of the Dynamo Richie, did your field card triggers change as much? Was it did you were you procking your field cards less or more, or the same?
Say I was procking it pretty much the same. It wasn't. I mean, you do lose out on the more consistent zero drop proc, but I don't think it necessarily hinders the deck in any way. Just because I I'm not looking for as opposed to the mill deck where it's two different win cons going at the same time.
Hmm.
I had power where I swapped going to a power side as opposed to a mill side. And Nautilus really covered that space because he just was bigger. And I think heads up in the battle, you're still behind the Nautilus, even if you played the Dynamo Richie heads up. So yeah,
Now,
you did mill, but you traded.
you said you weren't playing the side deck. Any reason why you weren't playing the side deck?
Um, I didn't actually get to build one in time, but I don't know if there would have been too many cards that I would have played in the side deck that would have really helped me play a better game. It really just came down to piloting and the idea of what you need to do versus the matchup that you're playing with. Understanding the matchup was more important than side decking in a lot of the aspects because you're playing someone who's playing a slower linear game where they're building big teams, then you would ramp up tempo and you will be able to go wide. And because of the abilities that you play, they allow you to be more aggressive to people who build single teams.
Now, if you were able to create a side deck, what would be one of the cards that you would have had if you could have it in the event?
Um, I would have side decked some special deliveries. Special delivery would have been a pretty good card for me to side deck because I know it would have came into play when I was playing against specific cards. Like I ended up playing this dragon in the mirror match, and that would have been a good thing to be able to turn off, especially since you can't be targeted by
By characters.
characters. Yeah. So it would have been good to turn that off. Ultimately ended up winning that game, but it was more based on game mechanic than actually outplaying that person. So I would have decided that, and I would have definitely liked to at least put the Dragon Searcher in the sideboard,
Now, for
just
those
in
of you
case.
who don't know what Special Delivery does, it's one of the new Ascend strategy cards that can target a in-play card or a strategy card on the chain and negate its effect text. for the turn. So that way he would be able to negate the opponent's Astro. So that way the Astro wouldn't be able to use his ability during the EOA, right?
Correct. It also would have been really good for me to play versus like in the top cut. I really got hit with by top four. I got hit both games. Both games that I lost, I lost to a rubbish. So it would have been pretty decent to
Right. To
deal
really
with the
start.
rubbish.
Is there any like final words you'd like to say? Like how the event went or something like that.
Um, I like the overall event. I do think that prizing needs a slight tweak in regards to third place and fourth place. Um, Typically, for most events that I've been in, third and fourth typically always get the same prizing. So I thought it was a little odd that you would have to play for third place in this set because theoretically third and fourth are finalists. So the idea that the fourth place guy would not get the same thing as the third place, even though those are the four finalists, because theoretically they all play at the same time. So the idea that you would have to play an additional game just to get a difference in this, I just didn't think it gelled too well. So I would think that would be probably something that I would
Yeah.
think needs to be
I know
addressed.
moving forward, that's something we're getting rid of. We're just gonna go back to the standard of third and fourth being the same position.
Yeah, because I think the idea that being in the top cut, because you go in the top cut at 8, you instantly go to 4 after that first match. So those guys are the last two games that are going. But the idea that the fourth place guy is still lumped in with those guys who it gets the same prizing theoretically as those guys who lost in the first round, it doesn't really give you too much incentive. I mean, the incentive is like you have no choice but to win, but it's like that's where it becomes a thing where I have to win in order to get the max value because if not, that first game that I won didn't necessarily matter.
Right, right. At that point, you could have just lost in the top eight and
Yeah,
still got the same prize as coming in third or fourth. I mean, fourth
right.
place, right? I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
That was probably about the only thing. Yeah.
I appreciate your time for showing us the deck. I look forward to hopefully seeing you in the next event. But yeah, that's everything. Everyone, have a good one. I appreciate you.
Peace.